Real Madrid's corridors are buzzing with one clear name, Aurelien Tchouaméni. According to reports, the club is ready to open talks that could transform the 25-year-old from a promising signing into a long-term pillar of Xabi Alonso's midfield blueprint, and the implications reach far beyond a simple contract signature. This isn't idle boardroom chatter, it's a strategic move. The club reportedly plans to offer a pay rise and a contract extension to make sure Tchouaméni stays at the Bernabéu for the coming years, and if that happens, it will alter both Real's transfer flexibility and the market's appetite for midfield talent. Think of it like this: signing a top defensive midfielder is one thing, but turning him into an untouchable core piece redefines how you build a team around him. Tchouaméni already arrived in 22 on a long-term deal, and at 25 he sits at the prime intersection of peak performance and future value, which makes him uniquely valuable now. The reported plan to improve his terms shows more than appreciation. It shows a strategy to keep Madrid's spine intact while denying rivals a major prize. From a tactical perspective, a player like Tchouaméni gives an Alonso-built midfield balance, steel in front of the defence, the ability to break lines, and the athletic profile to sustain intense pressing, qualities managers fight for and teams pay heavily to replace. That's why ramping up his contract now makes sense. It's cheaper and cleaner to secure the player already acclimated to the club's style than to chase replacements who may not fit. The ripple effects are immediate. If Real publicly move to lock him down, that sends a market signal. Suitors, especially from England, will think twice and recalibrate budgets. That's negotiating leverage in itself and can change transfer trajectories across Europe. It also helps young teammates flourish in a stable midfield environment and may dictate whether Los Blancos chase creative signings or prioritize retention. Timing is everything here. Sources suggest talks could be prepared within the season and formalized when performance trajectories are clearer, a reward for form rather than a preemptive panic buy. For fans and analysts, the central question is what improved terms will mean. A higher salary to reflect his importance, a longer contract to reduce buyout risk, and potentially release clauses that protect Real's interests. There's also the human dimension. Tchouaméni has made public comments about wanting to build his career and take the best from his contract years. A transparent renewal can strengthen trust between player and club, which matters in elite squads where chemistry is fragile and expectations are immense. But negotiations always carry risk. If talks drag or the player senses better short-term financial opportunities elsewhere, leverage can shift. The club must balance reward with realism, paying top wages for stability versus preserving room to maneuver next summer. Meanwhile, rival clubs will not disappear from the radar. Interest is long-standing and periodic checks from big English clubs have been reported, so Real's action could be as much defensive as proactive. Look at the broader picture. By prioritising Tchouaméni now, Real are signalling a preference for continuity in midfield, a message to the locker room and the market that certain players are central to the project. That strategic clarity helps in other negotiations too. When a club shows it will protect its core, agents and potential targets adjust expectations. So what should viewers watch for in the coming weeks? First, official signals, contract clauses, announcements or denials. Second, how Tchouaméni performs under pressure. Form will dictate bargaining power. Third, how Real sporting directors and coaching staff publicly frame his role. Subtle endorsements from leadership often precede formal deals. In short, this potential renewal story is both a microcosm of how elite clubs manage talent and a chess move with ripple effects across Europe's transfer market. Keep an eye on this closely, because a new deal for Tchouaméni would not only secure a key midfielder for Real Madrid, it would also reshape rival clubs' midfield plans and change the market's logic around where elite defensive midfielders come from and how they're protected.